Florida Driver's Manual, Part 10. Trucks. Large vehicles like trucks have more blind spots. Unlike cars, a large truck cannot see what is behind them. If you cannot see their rear view mirrors, they cannot see you. Another blind spot is just in front of them. Be certain that you can see their cab in your rear view mirror before getting in front of them. Large vehicles need to make very wide turns. They may not be able to see vehicles on the side of them. Large vehicles may block the street while trying to back up to maneuver their trailer accurately. As they cannot see right behind them, do not drive behind them when they are trying to back up. Passing trucks. Blink your headlights to let the driver know that you intend to pass. Be aware of how level the road is. If the road is level, it will take 3 to 5 seconds longer to pass a truck. Uphill, a truck loses speed and is easier to pass. If it is going downhill, it will gain speed. You may have to increase your speed. Complete the pass quickly and don't stay too long on the side of the truck. If a truck passes you, stay to the far side of your lane and don't speed up. If a truck comes from the opposite direction, keep as far to the side as possible to reduce the turbulence between two vehicles, which can push vehicles apart. Following a truck. Trucks take longer to stop because of their size, weight, and the fact that they have air brakes. They can have better traction and stability at high speeds or wet roads and may be able to stop quickly. A car should never follow too closely to a truck. If following a truck at night, dim your headlights so not to blind the driver with their reflection in the rear view mirrors. If you are stopped uphill, leave enough space in case the truck rolls back a bit when it starts to move. Keep to the left of your lane so the driver can see you behind the truck. Artificial respiration. If you come across an injured person, call for help. If the victim is not breathing, start artificial respiration right away. Don't stop until a doctor tells you the person starts breathing or you cannot continue to do so. To do artificial respiration, clear the victim's mouth with your fingers. Place the victim on their back, lift the neck, and tilt the head back. Hold the victim's nose tightly and blow vigorously through the mouth to make the chest expand once every 5 seconds. For a small child, do not pinch the nose. Cover the nose and mouth with your mouth and blow smaller breaths more frequently, about 20 per minute. How to stop bleeding. Most bleeding can be stopped by pressing down on the wound. If you have a gauze pad handy, put that over the wound before pressing down. If you don't have a gauze pad, a clean cloth or your fingers will have to suffice. Bleeding from an artery should be stopped first. Artery blood will be bright red and come out in spurts. If blood is darker in color and flows evenly, it is from a vein. How to treat shock. When an injured person goes into shock, all of their bodily functions slow down. Shock is very serious and can be deadly. It may develop immediately or later. Treat all injured persons for shock, regardless of whether they appear to exhibit symptoms of it. Reassure the person. Do not give them anything to drink. Have the person lie flat and cover them with a blanket or coat. Don't let people crowd them. Give them plenty of air. Keep their head as low as possible, except if they have a head injury. Loosen their collars to make breathing easier. Do not move a person if they cannot move or if they complain about pain in the back or neck. Do not try to remove the helmet of an injured motorcycle or bicycle rider. Traffic control signals. Traffic signals help keep traffic moving without having collisions. Drivers, pedestrians, and bicycle riders must obey these signals unless there is an officer directing traffic. If you are nearest to the signal, stop on the stop line. Some signals only change if a car is on the stop line, though most are automatic. These signals may not register lighter vehicles like a motorcycle. If traffic signals are out of order, treat the intersection like a four-way stop. There are 3 lights on a traffic signal. Red. The top signal means you need to come to a complete stop before the stop line, crosswalk, or intersection. You can turn right on red at most intersections unless there is a sign posted that says no turn on red. You can turn left on red as long as you are coming from or going into a one-way street. Yellow. The middle signal warns that the light will be turning red soon. Stop if you can safely do so. Green. The bottom signal tells you that you can go, but only if the intersection is clear. You must yield to pedestrians and vehicles. If you are turning left, you must wait for a gap in oncoming traffic. If you turn left or right, you must yield to pedestrians in the crosswalk. Walk and don't walk signs. This light tells a pedestrian they can cross the crosswalk. The hand tells pedestrians not to cross the street. Arrow lights. When you see a red arrow, follow the same rules, even with turns, as you would for a red light. A yellow arrow means essentially the same thing as a yellow traffic light. However, it applies only in the direction the arrow is pointing. If the yellow arrow is flashing, it means left turns are allowed, but you have to yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Green arrow light. A green arrow, whether it points right or left, means you may make a turn in the direction of the arrow. If there's a red light illuminated at the same time, it means you have to be in the proper lane to make the turn, and you must yield to vehicles and pedestrians crossing the intersection.